This tutorial is over EdPuzzle. EdPuzzle has very quickly, since I first found it, become one of my favorite go-to things. I created a new channel to show you some, kind of how it goes or whatnot. EdPuzzle, so I hope this can classify as the free version. It lets you edit 10 free videos. Now, once you're done, you can kind of like get rid of some and add some new ones, which makes it difficult from going year to year using EdPuzzle over and over. There's a paid version, which I do not subscribe to, but it is a free version that can do anything that you do that I need it to, which works for me. So if you would need more, you can check out the free version or the paid version, excuse me. But this works just for me. So um, going back to the home page of EdPuzzle, once you get logged in and everything, it might look like this. Why I really appreciate EdPuzzle is because it talks directly to Google Classroom. So, and I should have done this, or I should have waited to do this, but you can just click Import from Classroom, and you can choose the ones that you need it to. I've already done it, so I'll just do it so you can see what it looks like. And you just click Import, and here are all your classes, and we'll have all of your students that are on your Google Classroom page uploaded to this. We are a Google school. Almost every teacher uses Google Classroom. So I've been able to actually promote EdPuzzle to my teachers based on this, and it's been a nice, easy transition. I had my kids do this today so I could show you. Um, excuse me. I had my kids do this so I could kind of show you what it looks like. I um, will first show you how to create a video, but then once that video's once I've showed you how to create the video, we'll go back and look at it as if we are on the uh, page where it's after they've completed it. Okay, so you go here. And what I like about EdPuzzle, it has an excellent database of a whole bunch of videos. Okay, and we can have our school. So if our school has several pages, like I could talk to the English teacher on here, I could talk to the science teacher, and I could see what videos they have, and we could borrow from each other. Now my school is a very small school, so that and at a bigger school, I could see like all five social studies teachers having videos and sharing videos on there. But I'm the only social studies teacher, so that's not applicable here. But I could see that being very beneficial at a bigger school. Um, so here it shows you popular channels. This is where you can get videos, places you can get videos. Obviously, one of the most common is YouTube, and just picking out one, I'll kind of show you how to edit it and whatnot. You can watch it ahead of time. So if you'll see, if you don't know what video you're looking for specifically, a lot of times I'll watch a video and say, hey, this is good. I'll come on here and I'll search it. So I'll show you that. So first of all, we're going to go edit it. And I love this feature right here. You can crop it. A lot of times they'll have introduction material to a video, and I'll cover the introduction, material myself. My students don't necessarily need to hear it. So I can have them start here, and the ending is just some music and something I don't want them to see. So I want them to see this much of the video from 37 seconds to 2 minutes and 51 seconds. So I save myself, a minute just by doing this. You can have voiceovers. I usually do not. Audio notes if you want your students to, if they want me to hear something. I have done this before, pointed out some things from their video that I want them to remember, or, this is important and whatnot. But generally, I don't do that either. The quizzes is really where I love EdPuzzle and what comes in. Why EdPuzzle is significant to me, because it's so much greater than just clicking play on a video on the front of your screen, projecting it and having half your kids fall asleep and the other half don't remember anything, and they should have probably just fallen asleep because at least they would have got a nap out of your class. So instead of that, this makes them interact with the video. So first of all, yes, you should probably choose a interesting video, but then after that, have periodic questions throughout the video. When you click on the question mark, you can have 3 different series of questions. Okay, an open-ended question, a multiple choice question, or a just a comment. Okay, when this doesn't necessarily grade it. If you have only multiple choice questions, it'll actually grade it for you. I personally don't like this because, especially for my older kids, we get away from multiple choice questions because just as in math, I want to hear their thought process. I want to see why they understand it or why they don't, not just randomly choose an answer and get it wrong or right. So I usually have open-ended questions here. So this is videos about George Washington. I'll type this question. Not his best grammar, but that's okay. All right, so I'll save this, and as soon as my kids come to this spot in the video, this question will pop up, and later I'll show you they don't get to skip it until they answer it. Okay, so that's where I want. Okay, so now we will continue playing the video and pretend they just said something really interesting right here. So now I'll do this and repeat the same process. Okay, so this is just made up. Um, Yeah. So as your kids watch this video, they will stay in tune because they can see when the next question is coming up. So they'll listen closely for that information. So your job is as a teacher is to just put the questions in a place that will be interesting for them, and so they can see so they can see what's coming. Um, so we go up here and we will click. You can click save if you want to continue doing it later, or finish. I love that it talks to Google Classroom. I absolutely love it. So once I get done, I can click which class it wants to go to. For instance, this one, let's have it go to my 8th graders. And just if you assign, this looks familiar. If you've assigned a assignment on Classroom, you can have a due date. You can, the start date today at 12 a.m. That bottom, I forgot to show you. I'm sorry. It said prevent skipping. You do want that on generally. That way they can't skip it, to the last question or anything. They do have to watch it all the way through. One thing I do like is that, and I'll show you this when it looks done, but this is what it looks like at the beginning, where they haven't watched it, and you can see, oh, Felicia here has watched 0%, or if she's watched half of it, it will say it, so you can see, hey, I can't monitor all the computers in my room, but I can see if we've been watching a video for 30 minutes and you're at 10%, it probably tells me you're on something else in your computer. So I can encourage kids to get along there. Okay. So to post it on Classroom, I click post on Google Classroom. There's all these other things, and you can click prevent skipping again. All those other options you can play around with. This is just the main part. And this takes you to your Google Classroom page and to your specific class that you clicked on. Here it is, all preset, and I can assign it to my kids. I will not do it because it's kind of late. But yeah, so let me go back real fast, and I want to show you. I know this video is getting long, but I want to show you what it looks like once your video is done. So like I said, I had my American history do it today so you could see it. Here's the assignment. I had everybody but one. Tatum was absent today, so he did not watch it. I don't know what is up with this. August 29th. Anyway, um, I can see this, and then I go to my questions, and these are all of the questions that I asked, just 4 of them, open-ended questions, and I now have 44 answers to grade. So you can say, yes or no, how many points they got. I don't generally grade out of here. I like to leave comments and then I'll grade in my own grade book, but you can do that if you wish. It's really up to you as a teacher and what works best for you, and that's what I do like as as any tool. I like to be able to have the freedom to kind of just play with it, and if I like it, I do that, and if I don't, I don't. So as I'm saying here, I can go and click on an individual student. I also like that. This is a great check for understanding, and it really shows whether a student understands it or not, because if they put a question or an answer, excuse me, that doesn't fully explain it, and you can see if they're just grasping for straws. Well, that's pretty easy to tell. Okay, so just to finish this video up, I know we're getting really long here, and I apologize. I selected it because it's something that I think a lot of people don't know about, and it's an untapped resource for a lot of teachers. It allows some creativity. The purpose of this, goes along with my intended audience is that I would love for my parents and my administration to see this video, to see that, first of all, there are some awesome tech tools out there, and that B, if we could share it with other teachers, I think we could really, get more out of videos instead of, as I said, just click play and show it on the screen. The ISTE standards that this touches on is ISTE for educators 6A and ISTE standards for educators 5A. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry that it was a little long-winded, but I hope you got something out of it. Thanks.